Hello and welcome to another tutorial in Ansys Fluent. In this tutorial, I'm going to guide you how to make the field display for a value like the pressure or the velocity. And I also guide you how to make the animation of the result for the transient calculation. So first of all, we try to make a steady calculation first, and I can declare the model and material like I did for many others tutorial. After that, I can try to initialize the value first. So I can do the complete from the inlet and I initialize it because I have very simple problem with the water run in from one side and get out from other side. I also can go to pass the pressure value of 0 to the whole domain and I patch it. Yep. Now after that, I can start my calculation. So in here, I can choose a number of iterations, maybe 50 for one step, and I just calculate it. Yep, so I think I'm done. Now, when I try to see the answers, I must go to result and go to graphic. Now I want to see the contour of a new value, which is velocity, for example. I unselect all of the boundary conditions. So I will see a few contour and I save and display. So here is the velocity of the steady state. All right, close. I can rename this so avoid the confusion. So I name it maybe velocity. All right. I also can see the value of pressure. Just right click and create a new one and put the contour of pressure. Untick the value, untick the domain and save and display. So here will be the pressure. Hang on, it's the velocity, sorry. So I have to change the pressure, save and display. Yep, so here will be the pressure. You can see the compressions and the tension right here. All right, close. I also can see the path line if I release the path line. So I can double click on the path line and make a new one. So maybe from the release it from the inlet to see how it will go, save and display. Yep. So here you can see that the flow of the water is a streamline. That is, now if you want to make the animations of a transient calculation, so first of all, I need to change it back to transient. I neglect the gravity in these simulations. And now in the initialization, I need to reinitialize this. All right. And in here, I try to make the save data every time step or maybe 10 times step, maybe easier for me because it doesn't have to record a lot of data. Now in the solution animation, I can right click and create a new one. So I can create a new animation from velocity. Yep. And I do it every 10 seconds. That's okay for me. I can click a new one. That is a path line. And save it every 10 seconds. And the last one I want to see maybe the pressure. Yep. And then I can run my calculation. The difference here is I can specify how many time steps I want to calculate. So I just want that 1 second, then it's good for me. Just calculate it. Yep. So now it's done. I can see if the calculation has been completed. and I can see the playback animations. So first of all, I want to see the velocity field. Is there any change? Let's see. Oh, very quickly. So if you want to slow down, you can go by 1 frame each. Yep. You can see the change of the zone with the negative and positive pressure. Even when it in the field of velocity, you can still can have the feeling about the tension right here, right? To see it properly, you can click on the pressure field and confirm this. This is a part that you have the tensions, and this is the part you have the compressions. Yep, and go by one to see the change of the pressure. You also can see the change of the streamline when it becomes steady. So you can see that maybe after a few frames, like from the frame 6, you don't see the change much more. It will be steady now. Alright, and that is, you can compare the result from the steady state and the transient state to see if there is any difference. For me, I think there are not a lot of difference in this simple problem. And therefore, if you have a simple problem to simulate, I think I recommend you to do steady state so you can save up some time of calculations. Thank you very much for your time and see you in the next tutorial.